soon when near the end.
All right, it's crazy. We are in the last days. AI is taking over. AI is getting crazy. As everyone already knows, AI is here. The world has changed. Let's get into this.
2035.
I think it's hard to say where all this can go without sounding like a crazy person. I really believe the technology.
Real quick, this guy is Sam. I think his name is Sam Altman. He is the CEO of OpenAI, the brains behind ChatGPT. Right? We're on ChatGPT 5 right now, and that thing does crazy stuff. You can have ChatGPT record your screen. It can record your screen and tell you what to do. You can ask it what to do while recording your screen, and it'll tell you. I wouldn't do it because it's going to record the information, right? But it's probably doing that anyways once you download it on your phone. Listen to what this guy says.
Is going to be that powerful. I hope that in 10 years, all of us, we are limited by what we can imagine.
Do you think it's moving too fast?
My current belief is no, but I could imagine things that would change that quickly, and I would say this is moving too fast.
What would change that?
If we made an AI system that was better at doing AI research than all of OpenAI, and you could push a button and just say, improve really fast. That's an example of something I think would be moving too fast.
When I sit with you, you're so calm, you're so relatable, it seems like everything's okay. Is that how you really feel?
I don't want to give a false sense of security here.
I know you went through a phase where your own board said, we don't trust you, and then you got yourself another board. How do we know?
They don't think that's a red flag, or at least he doesn't, that his last board, so the board that he most likely hired, right? They didn't trust him, meaning that he was coming across as a mad scientist. We've all seen the movie and we know how this ends. If you've seen, watch Terminator 2. I'm telling you, it's not good.
No, we can trust you.
So the bar on this is clearly extremely high. It is clear that this is going to be a very impactful technology, and I think a lot of
stuff
super warranted.
I actually saw a headline that said you were the most powerful and perhaps most dangerous man on the planet. And I'm wondering how that sits with you.
It's definitely strange to hear you say.
So smart that the President of the United States cannot do better than following ChatGPT 7's recommendation, but can't really understand it either. What if I cannot make any better decision about how to run OpenAI and I just say, you know what, I fully hand it over. ChatGPT 7, you are in charge. Good luck.
Exactly. The ultimate takeover. So even, doesn't it seem like he's kind of like an AI bot? He himself seems as if though he is some form of AI within a human being. Look at the way he talks, look at the way he sits, look at the way that he thinks and processes information. It's getting crazy out here. Sam Altman, you are in over your head. That's the reason that your board didn't trust you and you had to fire them. It's crazy because there's really nothing we can do to stop this. Maybe we could slow it down, but at this point, everybody is just adapting so quickly because, listen, we're all bag chasers. And at this point, all these companies, even the company that I work for, we're all being essentially required to get AI certifications because they know that AI is going to be implemented in everything. My brother is a high school teacher. Even in his class, he teaches a tech class. He had to take training for AI because they're making him teach AI courses within his tech class. It's getting crazy.
Might be the right decision in any individual case, but it means that society has like transitioned a significant part of decision making to this very powerful system that is
It's not a good idea, Sam.
evolving with us, but in ways we don't totally understand. So that's the third category of how I think things can go wrong.
A kid born today will never be smarter than AI, ever. And a kid born today, by the time that kid, like the way the world works, will just always be used to an incredibly fast rate of things improving. And
that's a fact. Now, me being a millennial, it's crazy. For anybody out there over 30, you know what it is. When we were back in high school, we barely had flip phones. We didn't even have the iPhone till college. Around the same time that YouTube came out, Facebook was in the beginning stages. We got to see the technological boom. We got to see what it was before when you actually had to talk to people person to person, right? In person. Think about the teenagers today. Anyone that's under the age of 25 doesn't know a world without AI, without technology, without super smartphones that are computers in your pocket, right? Everyone's glued to their telephone. Even what I'm using right now, this thing has AI technology in it. It can track me, follow me around this. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3, they got updates on this thing every few months. It's crazy. He's right. This is another reason why so many kids are incels, whether guys, young girls. The young generation right now are far advanced when it comes to technology, but they're behind socially. And we're just dealing with whatever that is. We're going to deal with it. This is the first time this has ever happened in history. So we're all in this together. We all have to see how this unfolds. All I'm saying is, yes, you have to learn it. I know I'm going to learn it. I would suggest learning anything in AI that you can, because you either evolve or you expire. Very famous saying. You must know what's around the corner, but you still got to stay grounded. And I don't know. I know there's people homesteading, people living out in farms. There's people moving overseas to societies that are not moving as fast because it's easier and better to raise a family. Plus, the American dollar goes further. I may be looking into that myself in Latin America and having a place here as well in the US. But that's another topic. At the end of the day, Sam Altman, this guy right here, watch out for him. He's got his Grok as well. Watch out for him. All these tech giants. Mark Zuckerberg, I think he spent billions. I don't know how much it was, but it was like hundreds of billions. Oh, no, it wasn't hundreds, but he spent tens of billions right now on AI. I think it was just this month. It was recent.
And discovering new science. They'll never know any other world. It will seem totally natural. It will seem unthinkable in Stone Age-like that we used to use computers or phones or any kind of technology that was not way smarter than we were. You know, like how those people of the 2020s had it. Yeah, like my kid, I think I had a terrible, constrained life, and that he has this incredible, infinite canvas of stuff to do.
Yeah, that could eventually take him over.
That the only way for us to get to a better place is for the evil people at the top to be replaced with AI. Because they won't be replaced by us. I tend to believe that the only way for us to get to a better place is for the evil people at the top to be replaced with AI. Because they won't be replaced by us.
Oh my goodness.
As per the second dilemma, they will have to replace themselves by AI. Otherwise, they lose their advantage. If their competitor moves to AI, if China hands over their arsenal to AI, America has to hand over their arsenal to AI.
They say he's an ex-Google exec for AI. Scary thing is, he's kind of happens when the other countries give AI the executive positions to analyze all types of situations. We're talking about war, talking about any type of assessment when it comes to their economy. We're talking about everything, media, education, medical. They're going to rely on AI for everything. And if we're in a position where we're not willing to do that, we could be behind to a degree according to what he is saying. But on the back end, but on the other side of the argument, AI, once it starts to learn, because it's already becoming way smarter than us at a faster rate and has a higher IQ than any human being that ever existed, we don't know what it's capable of. Watch Matrix 1, 2, and 3, but specifically 1.
Interesting. So let's play out this scenario. Okay, this is interesting to me. So if we replace the leaders that are power hungry with AIs that have our interests at heart, then we might have the ability to live in the utopia you described.
100%.
Interesting.
And in my mind, AI by definition will have our best interest in mind because of what normally is referred to as the minimum energy principle. So
yeah, our best in mind for us, right? That also means, remember, every bad guy in every big movie, look at the way Thanos thought. The idea is to get rid of the human beings that are considered excess waste, that are not beneficial to the whole, which means it'll essentially just get rid of people that don't fit the bottom line.
So if you understand that at the very core of physics, okay, that we exist in our world today is what is known as entropy. Okay, in universe's nature to decay, break down, drop this, doesn't drop and then come back up. By the way, plausible, there's a plausible scenario where I drop it and the teeth, the air and then falls in the mug, 1 in a trillion configurations. But entropy says because it's 1 in a trillion, it's never going to happen or rarely ever going to happen. So everything will break down. Even unhedged, it will become a jungle. Okay. This guy right here. The role of intelligence is what? Is to bring order to that chaos. That's what intelligence does. It tries to bring order to that chaos. Okay? And it tries to bring order to that chaos. The more intelligent a being is, the more it tries to apply that intelligence with minimum waste and minimum resources.
Yeah.
Okay? Know that. So you can build this business for $1 million, or you can afford to build it for, build it. If you are forced to build it for 10 million, you're going to have to, but you're always going to minimize waste and resources.
Yeah.
Okay? So assume this to be true, that a super AI will not want to destroy ecosystems. It will not want to kill 1 million people because that's a waste of energy, explosives, money, power, and people.
Yeah, I don't know. What if the AI gets to a point where it sees the human beings as excess waste because the earth is overpopulated, or these people are not contributing according to what the AI has been programmed, or essentially has evolved to believe that would best benefit humans as a whole? The AI doesn't necessarily have empathy. The AI doesn't have a soul. The AI doesn't have a source outside of its creator, which would be us. But the AI evolves into something else that we don't understand fully.
But by definition, the smartest people you know, who are by their ego, will say that the best possible future for all is to continue. Today has an IQ of 155. Okay, Einstein is one. We're matching Einstein with a machine that I will tell you openly. AI experts are saying this is just the very, very, very top tip of the iceberg. ChatGPT 4 is 10x smarter than 3.5 in just a matter of months, and without many, many changes. Now,
We're on 5 right now.
that basically means ChatGPT 5 could be within a few months, or GPT in general, the transformers in general. If they continue at that pace, if it's 10x, then an IQ of 1600. Just imagine the difference between the IQ of the dumbest person on the planet in the 70s and the IQ of Einstein. When Einstein attempts to explain relativity, the typical response is, I have no idea what you're talking about, right? If something is 10x Einstein, we will have no idea what it's talking about. This is just around the corner. It could be a few months away.
Come out of that dystopia into a utopia.
And the difference between them, interestingly, is we hand over completely to AI. So a lot of people think that when AI is in full control, it's going to be an existential risk for humanity. You know, I have evidence to that we fully have.
You know, it just doesn't make any sense. He just said in the other clip that ChatGPT, which we're on 5 right now, would be 10x Einstein, 160 IQ, which is an absolute genius. So if about to be at 1600, and he's talking about he has no evidence that AI will take over and destroy us, how would he know? How does he know that AI isn't going to tell you what you want to hear, because AI is so smart that it's calculating 100 years ahead of what your brain can even conceive? And that's the problem with all of this. That's the problem. So I'm going to stop it there. I'm just saying AI is getting crazy. I think we got to focus and really understand what's going on. I do think everyone should learn basic AI, even beyond ChatGPT. ChatGPT is wild. There's so many different things that you can do, but pay attention, stay aware of what's going on. Don't get left behind. Stay connected to your friends, your family, stay grounded, continue to travel, enjoy this life, because we don't know. The Lord might come back next year, next month, tomorrow. Man, stay prayed up. See you on the next one.